Hello and welcome to the Rusty V. This is the beginner guide part 2. In this video we're going to be looking at how to get a decent start now you've picked your server, what we want to be doing, how we want to be looking at the game, and basically getting it to the point where we've got a base set up. So the first thing we want to do is when you spawn, open your map. So as you can see we've spawned down here on this island, and the map is fairly huge on this server. So, when we're sat here looking at this map, first thing we want to do is get food. Now, the nearest place to get food is the abandoned supermarket, or the gas station, but that involves a bit of messing around. So what we'll do is we'll head for the abandoned supermarket first. Once we've got a bit of food in us, we'll look at the map again, and we'll figure out exactly where we want to build. So we're at the supermarket. We've gathered all the stuff that's available here. Now on a busier server you might want to be a bit more careful than just kind of running in and grabbing everything. There might be other new people here. What you'll tend to find is on any server you go on, so the spawn area is generally stuck to one side of the map. So on this side of the map it's basically everything here is where you'll likely spawn. Every time you die you will spawn on this part of the map. Later on, or rather not later on, but where we want to be heading is up here. That's because all the important rad zones are at the top of the map, on this particular server anyway. You'll generally find your spawn zone is at the opposite end of the map to the launch site. Basically they try and keep the new people as far away as possible from the hard stuff so you don't get battered by people who are fully geared straight away. Now, a mistake a lot of new people make is they tend to stay in the beginner area all the time. Now what happens is you'll end up with lots of beginners and you'll end up getting raided really easily because there'll be lots of simple bases with people that don't know what they're doing and they just make a lot of mistakes. But we want to kind of bypass that, so to speak. We want to get straight stuck into the game. Now looking at this map, we've got water treatment, satellites, airfield, where's the dome at? The dome in the south? Oh, the dome's over here, okay. Now, for me, I would probably be looking at somewhere around here, somewhere around P10, because we have access to satellites, water treatment, airfield, launch and military. Or you could very easily go over here and go for outpost, dome, airfield and power plant. Either of these spots is good. You get access to everything. In fact, I'd probably quite like around here, because then you've got access to a lot of decent loot. So what we're going to do is we're going to head out, head straight north. We've got a rad suit, we can do a quick dome run and then end up making our base around here somewhere. Okay, let's wrap up. So what we have here is the basically the new player outpost. It's an outpost that has multiple vending machines, scrapper, oil refinery. There's places you can cook meat if you already have meat to cook. Tier 1 workbenches so you can get early stuff crafted if you've got the mats already. But what I'm going to do is just pop in here and use the scrapper real quick. Or the recycler. Now normally you wouldn't leave that alone, you'd stay with it, otherwise you can steal your loot, but I know there's nobody else on, so we'll leave it. Sounds like we've got Chinook. Yeah, there he is. We'll deal with airdrops in another video. So what we can do, so far we've not touched a tree or a rock, but what we can do is go up to here, and this machine sells pickaxe and a hatchet. So they're better than your stone hatchet and pickaxe, far better resource gathering, a lot quicker. And the beautiful thing is if you learn how to make the pickaxe, they're actually quite useful for raiding early on. But we'll get to that in another video. So with all those mats we just got from recycling, we can make ourselves a bow, a furnace, get a couple of arrows ready. Alrighty, so this place looks like a decent enough place to pop down. So what we're going to do is a nice little trick Jordan Runts uses. If you don't know who that is, he's a really good let's play style YouTuber. Don't tell me I lost my TC. I did, didn't I? There. Okay, 1 second. So while I wait for that to craft, basically what you want to be doing is you want to make sure that you get this upgraded as quickly as possible. Right now it's thatch, that takes 2 hits. It's only got 10 HP, so it takes 2 hits to get rid of it. So if you leave any of that, I could just come across and within 2 hits I could be basically destroy this entire section. And there's nothing you can do about it. And if you've got boxes or furnaces or anything on there, they'll instantly break. So the first thing you want to do is get that upgraded. You always want to get that first step upgraded. Now the TC's got a few seconds left. Now basically what I'm going to show you here is nothing fancy. But basically when your TC is down, you can lock it. And when your TC is locked, nobody will be able to access it unless they break it. Now early on, the chances of people breaking it is slim. Because they need fire arrows or flamethrower or something such. So you want to get it down and get it locked. And what you can do then is put all these resources not all of them, but most of them, in the TC. And then once you've locked it, they'll be safe. Or you can get your furnace down next to it. Once my key code's sorted. And there, it's locked. Right, so we could leave that right now. Somebody could maybe break this wall if they wanted to, but it's not going to serve them anything. They could break our bag if they wanted to, it's not going to get them anywhere. But right now, they can't do anything. They can't build here, they can't access any of our loot, and all that loot there is now safe. Unless they, you know, got really lucky and have a flamethrower stowaway, they might be able to break in. But the chances of that happening early on is fairly slim. But what this does is allow us a good 10-20 minutes to go grab more resources and get the base in a decent position. If you were lucky with your gathering, you could actually be in that position already. I'm not, so I'm going to go out and gather the rest of the stuff needed to finish this. On the key lock thing, if you're a solo player, you use key lock. If you're a duo player or more, you use a code lock. But the code locks cost more. One thing you don't want to do is create a key. It's part of the old game. You used to have to run around with keys on you to use your bases. If you make a key and I kill you, I could take your key, come up here, unlock your TC and take all your loot. So let's go gather the rest of the resources and I'll show you the next bit of the build. Now, if you get to this point and you have metal doors, fantastic. If not, don't worry about it. You can use wooden doors for now. What we're going to do is create a single door airlock, as it's known. So you want to get all this upgraded. I don't have enough stone, but you get the point. Let's have a look. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this door on this way. Now this triangle bit's really important. So basically when you come out of your base, you're going to walk through here, but as you can see, I can't get out. So right now I'm stuck. But it's not a problem. If anybody's outside the base waiting to come in, the first thing they're going to get met by is this. So if I come out, they can't get in either, right? They're stuck as well. So that's called a single door airlock, because unless you come out and stand there, then close it, you can't get in or out. Same if you come out of your door. If you come out your door here, before you close the door, somebody shoots you, kills you, they can take your loot from your body, but they can't get into your base. So your base is still secure. So that's the beauty of the single door airlock. What you'll do after that is put another door on, preferably a metal one, which will open inwards, creating basically a tighter airlock than you already have. Alright, so we're about half an hour in. We're already in a decent location. We're next to a lot of the main monuments. We've already got a furnace in the base. Place to put our head at night. We'll be relatively secure, hard to raid, hard to door camp. Basically we're off to a solid start. So that's really how you kind of want to get your first half an hour in Rust underway. As you can see, we have quite a lot of stuff already. We're well armed, well geared. Depending on how your start goes and how your how lucky you are with loot drops, obviously depends on how good a start you have. But I've done this 3 or 4 times because I had audio issues, and each time I've got to the same stage where I've had a furnace, I've had the TC, I've had those 2x1 with the airlock made, and each time it's taken about half an hour, and each time I've had weapons, I've had gear. Sometimes I've had guns, sometimes I've had rad suits. Every time it's been slightly different, but every time I've at least got to a similar point. I might just be able to get screenshots of those points and just kind of show you where I'm at with each one of them. But that's how you get a nice easy start. So next video we'll look at the monuments, and we'll look at making the base a bit more secure. So for now, like, subscribe. I'm going to have my own server soon for new players to come and play on, so you get used to the game. It'll be a nice friendly PvE server. So until then, take it easy.